Hello everyone, I'm Alfian and today we are going to solve the Leetcode challenge on the challenge number 1929 called the concatenation of array. And for this particular challenge, given an integer array of nums of length of an integer, you want to create an array of answer of length to n, where the answer I equals to nums I, or the index, and answer I plus n, which is the length of the nums array, equals to nums of the index of the nums, and then the constraint is 0 below or equals the I, and then below the n of the length of the array. Specifically, answer is the concatenation of two nums arrays, and return the array of answer. So in short, we just make a copy of the nums array 2 times and concatenate as one-dimensional array. And the hints, it says build an array size of 2 of the double of the size of the nums dot length in JavaScript or TypeScript, and assign that number to the answer array. And we already get the idea, since we are working in Java. The function says public the output as integer array, and the name of the function itself is get concatenation, and it takes the parameter of nums in a form of integer array. And since we are working with a normal integer array without the array list of the data type integer, then we have to create a variable in the form of integer array called the answer, or the result array, which is we construct a new integer array, that integer, and within the square brackets, and we define the length of the array inside these integer square brackets right here. It's as simple as simply passing the nums.length and then times 2. So in other words, in Java we are creating an array like this. By default it's 0 0 0. Since it's nums length times 2, then it will be 0 0 0, and it will be added by another one, which is multiplied by 2. So to see the content of the array, we can simply pass in our debug message using the system out print line of the result array, and then we return the result array from the function, since the function requires an output of integer array. So let's run this to see the debug code, and as you can see, this is the debug code. We cannot simply system out print line of the result array without iterating. Then we need to iterate the array first using the for loop, and then inside the for loop, then we can simply type in our debug console here, and then this is the output of the result array. By default it's all 0, and since the length of a nums array is 3, then the result array is 6. It's because the nums.length is from the constructor, it get multiplied by 2. And so to do this, to print our result of the content of the result array, then we can simply use the for loop, or in I equals 0 as long as I is below the result array dot length. Don't forget to use dot length, since we're working on normal array form, and I plus plus. And inside that, we simply print out the result array of the current index or the current iteration. So let's print this, and it's all 0. If we use the just normal print, then the result will be in line. It's all 0. So in order to mutate this, let's eliminate our debug message right here, and for the for loop we can change from the result array dot length to the nums dot length, and then we are iterating the nums array parameter only once. And to do this, I have a simple trick. By assigning the result array of the index let's say if we want to assign this index and then this one and then this one, and we assign this one for the first iteration, we assign this one and this one, the index number 0 and the index number 3. So we only do that by only using single pass, but assign it 2 times by creating a copy of the from the nums array content. So by using the current index and then using plus sign plus the nums dot length. Since the length of the nums is 3, then we only have to use the current iteration, which is 0 plus 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 plus the length of the nums, which is 3. 0 plus 3 is equals to 3. Then we have to assign it to the index number 3. That one. And then equals the, let me show the trick by assigning another result array, and then the current index, and using the another equal sign nums array of the current index. And that way we are assigning from the right side, we are assigning result array of the current index with the current index of the nums array content. And then after that we are assigning the result array of the index 0 plus the nums length, which is index 3, index number 3, and then we are assigning as the element with the element from the one that we already obtained from this one. And that way we are assigning that 2 times to save our time. So let's run the code to see if it works, and I will show you shortly how to solve this using the another language, which is the TypeScript. And we can create another constructor. We already working with a TypeScript right here, get concatenation, and then the parameter, which is nums. The type of the parameter is a number array, and the output expected from the function is a number array. We can simply declare our constant. Don't worry, since we are working on array, we can use the constant result array, and the result array will be new array, and then inside the parenthesis is the length of the array, nums.length times 2, and then we can simply place for the placeholder from the result from the function, we can simply pass in the return result array. And then let's run this to see the constructor result. And we have the sparse array without the value at all. It's comma, but the content of the sparse array is 6 elements. And it goes the same thing to the case number 2. It's already defined, this says correctly. So let's add chain it with the function called the fill, and then fill it with 0. And that way we are filling every element inside the array, inside the result array with 0. So let's run this. And there you have it. We have 0, 0, 0, 0. It's a good start. And then we can do the same thing like we did using Java, using for let I equals 0 as long as I is below the nums length and then I plus plus. We are iterating the nums array, and then we can assign our result array of the current index plus the nums length equals the result array with the current index, and then equals again nums plus nums of the current index. So let's run this to see if it works. And Java and TypeScript or JavaScript, they are both kind of similar. And there you have it. It's the runtime and it's the memory. Okay, so I hope you understand this video. If you still don't understand, you can ask me in the comment section and point out the things that you still don't understand. Or if you have any better solutions regarding this challenge, you can also tell us what you think in the comment section. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.